What's this all look like from the mobile device? Let's look at the first line worker experience. Firstly, we're signed in as our first line worker. You can see there are my shifts, my late shifts, my time off, my early shifts, weekends, and so on. I can now have a quick look at those and decide whether I need to do any changes. In this case, I'm going to request some of those open shifts. I want to request the 11th of July shift. You'll see it says pending. That's gone off to my team manager, and you'll see the comment there and all the rest of it. And perhaps I've requested the shift on the 11th, but I'm also going to ask to swap out a shift. Let me swap out a shift with maybe Dave. Now, perhaps I should have messaged Dave first, but I know Dave's always keen to grab my Monday shift, so I'm going to give him a little note over here, see what he says. Right, and that's gone off to Dave. Again, pending. I've got to wait for him to take that shift. Now I'm going to ask for some time off. Perhaps it's annual leave. Let's grab some time off. Let's go with the 31st. Actually, you know what? It's not much of a long weekend. Let's grab 2 days. 30th, 31st. Great time to finish the month. And we'll just put in some comments over there. Now this will go to the boss, and it says annual leave. So again, whatever I need to categorize that under. Right, big contract starting, a little bit of me time to get ready for it. And that's gone off. And you saw there was a cancel option as well. Now, once they're approved, I'll get messaging from the boss. Let's look at clocking in. So again, you hold down the start button and it starts clocking. Now look on the top there. It says you're on the clock, but not on location. And that's simply because the geo location I had before was not where I am right now. I've just started a break, so you can see that there's my break being timed again. Hold it down and the break ends, and I'm back on the clock. So this information will be stored somewhere in the back end for the boss to get hold of. Just sending a message. So looking for one of my colleagues, Nadine, perhaps I found, here's an invoice on my desk. I found an invoice. I wonder who it's for. So Nadine's doing purchasing, so I might just send that through to her, see how she responds. So first line workers, communication, all secure, and she's asking what the invoice is for. Let me go grab a snapshot of it. Now the beauty of the snapshot is this is not stored at all in the photo location on the phone, and they're just using the document. It uses Lens, the old Lens technology. Frame it up nicely by looking for the parallel lines. There she goes. Oh, and she's giving me some praise. How wonderful. So I've now got some praise from her, and I'm responding because I'm one-handed now. So I'm just responding by recording my message instead of typing it out. And there we take another photo. Perhaps you want to do some annotation. I might go, hey, did you notice I got charged for using my card? And I might just send that off to her. Of course, we can go ahead and also click on the ellipses and select location to share our location. It finds me with the GPS coordinates and drops that within my session chat over there. And I can even put in some requests. Maybe I need some help. I need somebody to come out to where I'm at, and I'm not 100% sure, or I know where I am, but this is just so much easier than trying to explain where I am. And of course, they can use that location to navigate to get to me. Let's just go on back to some of the other areas that we looked at before. Just coming back to our team within the team's setup. We can come back here, go to more. There's our training. There's our monthly updates. There's our forms that we created before. So just looking at the training first, remember that this is loading it from Stream, really. There are my training sessions, and I can start them from here and have a look at them. And perhaps it's some line of business training or some process or something like that that's in there. And that's pretty handy for us to be able to deliver that to first line workers, to their mobile devices, to wherever they are. Of course, because it's using the capabilities of a mobile device, you can do all sorts of things you could normally do with a mobile device, like flip it over, that sort of stuff. Let's look at the monthly updates, which is my embedded video from Stream within that particular tab. And you'll see I've just flipped it over on its side so we can get a full view of the content. I've obviously got the captions on there, so that's what we're seeing. And just flipping it back upright. We also have the button on the top there next to the close button, which allows us to zoom in, zoom out, which is quite handy. And then lastly, just going over to our form. There's our form over here. We can go and answer this form, and it'll collect the data from this form and then drop it into it, just like a normal form setup, drop into the mobile device. These are all technologies that we're very aware of. No doubt you've played with most of these. All we're doing is we're finding use cases where they come together and they make the first line worker experience smarter, helping people to work more efficiently, more streamlined, and trying to take away all that sort of traditional time wasted experience from collecting documents and all that sort of stuff. Coming in and having to fill out things manually and all that kind of thing. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure you no doubt agree. Just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more we can do in this space. And these are, like I said, just the baked in components. We haven't even begun to look at things like signing in via your mobile device number and that sort of stuff. So that's all we have for the first line worker experience. Let's jump back into our slide deck.